Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. You're going to love this. We've got some new information and we're going to share it with you. The best, cheapest ways to get rid of and delete the either the EGR system or the DPF. You want to get rid of your DPF, get rid of your EGR, you know how bad it is? Stay tuned. Before we get started, I'm just going to give you a couple another important few bits of information before we get started. One is, don't call me. The phone number that's provided is provided for a text message service only. So text message service only, no calls. So if you're trying to call, you're just embarrassing yourself. It means you haven't watched enough videos. And it's there for a part service or to book into the workshop. So check out the Prado Hospital information page on Facebook if you want to know more. The phone number's listed there. It's a text message service. Hey mate, I want to book in my Prado or Hilux. That's all we work on. 1KD FTV, maybe a V6 here or there, that sort of thing. Or I'd like to purchase that injector kit, that sort of thing. Parts day is Monday, but as I've said before, we only work school days and school hours. So at the moment it's school holidays, isn't it? So that means we're not working. The Prado Hospital is closed until around about when school goes back. And check those two Facebook pages we've got if you want to have more information on when to contact us. Parts day Monday, send us a text message from about 8 AM Melbourne time on a Monday morning. It's not always going to work. For example, the coming Monday the 17th, I believe it is, we've got a birthday on. And guess what? I'm going to be busy because somebody's got a birthday, so we're going to be doing birthday celebration. So I'm not going to be on the phone. I'll be able to send a few orders, take your payments. So you can go ahead and contact me Monday morning. The earlier the better. Let's go 7:30 AM till 11 AM. By then I'm not going to be looking at the phone much until about mid-afternoon when the day is just about over. And obviously the ones that have texted me, got the order, paid for it, the monies will go in that day. The next day we'll get them all packed and they'll all get sent around about Thursday or Friday that week. So there'll be a slight delay there. So that covers the don't call, because we're getting a lot of calls, we're getting a lot of messages, asking a lot of questions. Now this is the problem. You've got to understand, I'd love to be able to answer everybody's questions, but there's thousands of people, tens of thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people. I can't do it. And if I do one, I do five, I just can't do it. So all the information we've got is in our videos. If you've got a problem, you need to search our videos on our YouTube channels, on our Facebook groups, on our Facebook pages, or be on those Facebook groups and post it up there, because I might get to it to help out. If not, somebody else that's been educated from the good information we share, and they may be able to help. That's how you get help. If you want to find a specialist, a lot of people, have you got someone you can recommend here or there? Now, first thing I want to ask in this video, if you think you're good and you can do good, clean work and you're good and you're reliable and you'd like some more work doing injector replacements on these or servicing or whatever you do, BFE kits, changing water pumps, changing batteries, cleaning MAF sensors, whatever it is that you do, changing brakes, tires, suspension, and you're good and you're fair, then contact me once school goes back and let me know who you are, where you're at, and let's see if we can't work a relationship so that it helps other people out, because that's what we're here for, to help people. But look, so get on the groups, get on the pages. I'll show you those pages later in the video after we give you this important information about the EGRs and the DPFs. The other one is diesel. I just want to quickly say diesel. Look, just do as I say, not as I do. At the moment, if you want a diesel for off-roading and touring, that's awesome. This here is the last of the best, the 1KD. The 1GD so far, we haven't really been happy with it. We've seen a couple of issues, about some DPF issues and things like that. There's some timing chain issues and that sort of thing. We're not saying it's a heap of rubbish. It's still better than all the other makes and models, but if we're not happy, we're fussy. I'm fussy here, right? We're not happy with it. So we've got a new one arriving very soon, and we're going to give you some awesome feedback within days, within weeks, and it's going to build from there. So make sure you subscribe, turn the bell on so you can get that genuine feedback. But the problem you got is hybrids coming soon. So I don't know if you've noticed, but hybrids have been in Priuses, Camrys, it's into RAV4s. The technology and the way they work's getting better. The future is hybrid, and when I say that, I'm not saying it's not electric. Good luck, go get your Tesla for $100,000 if you want. Good luck with that one. What do they got? You got to go to Melbourne. What is there, like one dealer? They got anybody there? Good luck with that. You want to have a brand of a vehicle that you can get service and repairs just about anywhere, dealerships everywhere. Do you know what I mean? So petrol hybrid, you might think it sounds complicated, but I've always loved petrol engines, and I can't wait till it goes hybrid. That's how scared I am of losing diesel business. I couldn't give a stuff. I like petrol engines. I love the electric and the way it works using the 2 electric motors. Look, you know, it's a whole. We will have videos on demonstrating and trying to explain how that hybrid system works once they become more popular. But what's going to be really exciting is if in maybe 2023, maybe it'll take longer, maybe it'll be sooner, I don't know. It doesn't even matter if Toyota have made it and they've got it somewhere now. We don't know we're getting it in Australia until we've got it, okay? So maybe 2023, there might be a hybrid in a Prado. So in my opinion, if I was you, that's a lot better option than a diesel. And you might be concerned about power and torque and all that. Don't be concerned. That's not what this video is about. Remember, it's about the DPF and the EGR, but it's all really important information. Now, just one more thing on the don't call, and these are the days. When you look at school goes back in February, guess what? It still can be really hot. On the really hot days, we either don't work or we only work in the morning. If we've got really nice weather, we might go away camping. So just understand, I'm warning you now, be flexible, plan ahead, as I've said before. Send that text message, and if you don't get a response, send it again some other time. I'm really good with getting back to people. Everyone could tell you about that. You can check our Facebook page of reviews. Other than a couple of haters, you can see how much people love the service we provide. Now, let's get to the EGR one. Now, the EGR one's really easy. The best system is still the plate with a 7mm hole, but I've got to tell you, it's not necessarily legal. So I can't tell you that, you know, go ahead and do that. That's the best. The EGR system, exhaust gas recirculation, is the problem. Just think about that. That in itself, exhaust gases recirculating back through your intake. You're putting dirty soot exhaust gases through your engine. But we've got an intercooler here for cool air. We know that works better. So why would we put hot exhaust gases in? Why wouldn't we just take the intercooler off? We might as well just take the intercooler off, you know? Anyway, you get what I mean? It's just so silly. Anyway, the plate, it's very cheap. It's very simple, it's very reliable, and it doesn't disable your EGR system. I'm not promoting disabling your EGR system. When the vehicle intake cakes up and gets clogged and caked and it can't breathe anymore, that is not running well. That is causing environmental problems, both while it's running and for the health problems for the person that's got to clean it, health problems for the people that are behind it, just as bad as the health problem from the nitrogen oxide in the first place. So, in my opinion, you don't want to totally get rid of an EGR system. It's actually a good thing, unless you've got AdBlue. See, there's two sides to the story, but it's got to balance off. You know, there's no Rob Peter to pay Paul. It's got to be worthwhile. And what I'm saying is, the clouds just come over and everything's gone really dark here. I don't know if you got that in the picture, but so the EGR system, there's no new news there. I'm sorry about that. There's no new news. Plugging in an electronic device, shutting it off completely, probably not a good idea because you've got more crap under your engine bay, something else to go wrong. And it's definitely 100% illegal. There's no maybes there. A plate with a hole in the middle that reduces the flow isn't necessarily illegal. It depends what state, what country, blah, 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 right? You've got a grey area, read the fine print. Not that anybody's checking or cares anyway, but you should care about your health and your friends, your family, the people in front and behind you, right? And that's why I'm here to tell you, don't delete the DPF, okay? So this isn't a video about, sorry, yeah, you're upset now, are you? Well, don't delete the DPF, because if the vehicle's used correctly, you shouldn't have a problem with the DPF. And if you don't want to risk it, then don't buy a diesel with a DPF. That's your news right there. The bad news is, most people that want to get rid of DPFs, they want to go faster, they want to do all sorts of modifications, and if that's you, that's fine. Some people, you're feeling a bit deceived. Are you feeling a bit deceived? You watched this whole video and you came to get the new information on getting rid of the EGR and getting rid of the DPF, the cheapest, easiest way. Well, I tricked you, okay? Because you shouldn't be doing that. And that's what you should feel like, because that's what people feel like when you mess with their health, okay? Now, DPFs, when there's I don't like DPFs, don't get me wrong, I don't like DPFs. Why? Because for many years, for decades, other brands have had problems with them, okay? And they couldn't fix them, and they've gone away from them. And then Toyota's forced to do it in 2015 or whenever it was. They come out with their DPFs. They have a few issues, things didn't work out, you know, it's not necessarily the hardware. You could blame the software if you like, but it's more to do with how the vehicles are used most likely. And there could have been some issues. We're not even going to go into that too much. The whole point is, you need to fix it, you need to deal with it, because I told you many years ago, these are the last of the best. So if you didn't want to deal with the problems, then you stick with the last of the best. Don't risk it. Just because I do, so that I can learn about them, doesn't mean you do. It's a do as I say, not as I do. So since 2015, even 14 when there was talk of what's coming in DPFs, 13, 14, 15, I always said, stick with the last of the best. I'll let you know when something better comes along. Now, as far as diesels go, maybe this 1GD with the latest remap, and that's what it is. It's the same size engine, more power. You can talk about turbos and pistons and blocks all you like. It's basically the same. It's a remap. You're getting more power out of the same engine, different software, the transmission. Guess what? They should have reflashed all the old transmissions too, because they just don't work right. So if you didn't listen and you got a 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, you got ripped off, because the software of the transmission, in my opinion, I don't like it. But you might like it, you might not notice the difference, and that's fine. You'll only know if you watch my videos and listen carefully. Okay, so I'm kind of sorry for deceiving you, but I'm kind of not, because I wanted you to feel that getting rid of the DPF isn't a good idea. And the reason I thought of this video is because someone put a comment going, oh, you know, why are you getting, you're not, you know, thinking of the people behind you. Now, in my DPF delete video, I don't believe that I told anybody how to delete a DPF, but then I haven't watched it for years, so I wouldn't really know what I said. But I don't believe I would have changed much of position from where I am now, and that is, don't do the DPF delete, right? Don't do it. It's a bad idea. It's going to cost you thousands. Once you do it, it's going to be hard to put back. You could end up having really big fines. When you go to sell the vehicle, it's not going to be roadworthy. Anyway, don't do it. Don't buy the vehicle with the DPF is the first part. If you buy one, you buy a Toyota, because that's probably the best option. One of the later ones from 18, 19 onwards, if you must have an 18 or 19, but otherwise you're going to want the 20, 21 or 22, right? Because it's got the latest software, any issues they might have had. But just because I'm saying that doesn't mean it's any good. It's doing burns every 300 Ks, chewing up heaps of fuel, this and that. That's not a good thing. These don't do that. Anyway, guys, that's the video. That was it. Bada bing, bada boom. Like it or not, it's what it is. Don't do the DPF delete. And the EGR, you just want to reduce the flow, because there's too much going in there and it's blocking up the intake. When you get a system where the EGR still works, but it's enough that it doesn't block the intake, I think that's reasonable, fair, and the engine can handle that, as long as you don't put on a catch can, because that'll take the oil out and even it up, and you'll end up a little bit dirtier, and possibilities of it blocking up, because that's what it is. It's a filter that can block up, and then you pop seals at your engines and other issues like that. See, I had to mention the DPF. The DPF and the catch can and the EGR and the whole lot, and we're out of here. I hope you liked it. Hit the like button, subscribe, turn the bell, and we've got better videos. If you really want to learn about understanding your EGR system more, check out EGR information, EGR cleaning. There's a playlist there, our playlists. Check out our playlist. Thanks for watching, guys. See you.